Mostly everything was given to me growing up. Don't really think about it at the time. My dad didn't have much growing up. My mom says that's why he tries to give us everything. We have been given luxuries others can't afford. People respect us because of our status. We are the typical white American family, living by the way we have been taught to live. When I was 16, I took a trip with my track coach. He was a big African American man. I was a 5A white kid. We went shopping that day. People would stare and give us ugly looks. What was wrong with me being with him? One summer, I worked at a country club restaurant. There was always a big event on Easter. Almost the whole club would come to eat breakfast. I worked in the back, cleaning the dishes. I can't even explain the amount of food thrown away. It was a horrifying sight. It started to hurt throwing it in the trash. Full plates of eggs, half-eaten bagels, untouched cups of yogurt, you name it, it was probably thrown away. So really, who cares about the people starving? They didn't work hard enough to deserve it. No, the people that threw it away never thought about those people starving. I went to a bigger high school. I graduated with more than 300 students. There was a lot of diversity in our school, including students' sexuality. There was a boy that sat in front of me in math class. He had come out to be openly gay. He talked differently than most kids. It was uncomfortable sitting behind him. Maybe it was the way society had taught me not to associate myself with people like that. But what made him any different from you or me? He was still human. I was always pretty athletic. Growing up, sports were the big thing. If you were good at sports, you would fit in. Sports were my way of fitting in. My athletic ability got me my scholarship. There's there's more full scholarships for sports than for school. My school did a whole presentation just for me, just because I got a Division I offer. They never did that for the kid that got a full ride because of his classwork. There were girls in my school that were going to play sports in college. They never got recognized. Was I better than them? Is that why they recognized me? My coach told me if I was African American, I would have had 20 offers. I only had 2. I won the state 100-meter track meet as a senior. I was the only white person on the platform. People would ask me, "Is is one of your parents part African American?" No. Well, I don't think so. I worked as a caddy 2 summers ago. One of the guys that played, he didn't have a job. His wife was a CEO of a fashion company. Some of the other men would poke fun at him. Isn't the male supposed to make the money? Last summer I worked as a landscaper. 90% of the workers were Mexican. They knew much more than I did. They worked better than me. They always knew what to do and what was going on. They were just more experienced. I still got paid, the same as them. Look deeper into your life. You might just find something that doesn't make sense.